Where do you stand on this? Like, does Prime Minister Netanyahu now, as a serving Prime Minister, does he enjoy immunity before the International Criminal Court? Do other states that are members of the Rome Statute have the legal obligation to arrest and surrender him to the court?
Yes, they do. Because this is, and I'm presenting you, you've asked me, I'm presenting you the arguments on both sides. I'm saying that it's debatable and that it's not unreasonable to think that the judges of the ICC, of the International Criminal Court, could also have accepted the arguments that I set out and say, listen, this is going too far to prosecute the head of state of a country that hasn't joined the court. But they didn't do it. They took a decision, and before the International Criminal Court, that's the law. So Netanyahu can raise the argument, but in principle, the judges, the first time it would happen would be if he was brought before the three judges of the pretrial chamber, and if he were to say, I have immunity, they would say, no, you don't. Read the judgment of the appeals chamber of 2019. And I say the same thing to France and Hungary and the other countries. They have to respect the judgment of the court, regardless of what you think. I'm an academic. I can, and as a lawyer, I can argue both sides. There are arguments on both sides. But at the ICC, if it were to come before the ICJ, this issue, in some form or another, then it would be difficult to predict the result. But at the ICC, it's entirely predictable, the result, because we have a judgment of the appeals chamber, and Netanyahu is going to be confronted with that, and the judges of the court are going to respect that. And so should the states that are members of the court. They have to do that as well. Hungary is not doing it, and that's a problem. Hungary has gone a step further. They don't have to quit the court to do it.
But do they still have a legal obligation?
Absolutely, they do, because the provision that allows them to quit the court says that it takes effect 1 year after. So today, by failing to arrest him, they're violating the statute of the International Criminal Court. And hopefully there'll be some consequence, some pain will be inflicted upon them for doing this. They're being lawless.